Hi, I'm Kaleb Little. I'm the administrator of the Kansas Soybean Commission. I'm excited to be here. I'm new in this role. I've been with Kansas Soybeans since the beginning of this year after serving a little over 10 years with the National Biodiesel Board in Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm a native of Northeast Kansas and grew up just down the road in Rossville, Kansas. So the farmers of Kansas should be proud of the successes of the soybean checkoff. It's been a tremendously favorable return on investment for those farmers who invest those checkoff dollars through the commission. The work that's done every day on market development, expanded new uses, things like international marketing, the research side at our state universities have been really successful and have really driven value for soybean farmers across the state. We harvested a record 190 million bushels of soybeans this year. And if you think back just 10 years ago, that was only about 100 million bushels, so almost double in the last decade. And a lot of that can be attributed to agronomic practices and advancements, on the seed side and that type of technology. But a big part of that is just new markets and new developments and more people wanting soybeans and soybean products. So that's really the goal of the soybean checkoff and of the Kansas Soybean Commission, is to really grow those markets and all those things that we can do to advance the interests of all the soybean farmers around the state. So there's a lot of exciting new activities and new advancements in our space and in the soybean world. Some of the most unique are probably the new uses. Soybeans can be used for almost anything that you can think of, whether it's being eaten by livestock, put into food for human consumption, and all the industrial uses that essentially anything that has petroleum in it can be replaced with soybean oil. So asphalt, concrete sealers, biodiesel, fuels, lubricants, just almost anything on the industrial side. And so we've got some really exciting advancements that we're working with some folks in the state and some of our national partners to really grow those other new uses to expand. As we continue to grow more soybeans, obviously we need new and growing markets for those end users. So the soybean checkoff is a pretty unique structure. A small percentage of all those soybeans sold at the elevator go into the commission and into the checkoff, and then a group of farmer leaders who are elected by their peers serve the industry to come together and try to decide what's the best use for these dollars. Where would they best be allocated to grow the industry for our fellow producers? And so there's a pretty in-depth process that those commissioners go through every year to put together project proposals, to develop what their funding picture looks like for the year and what they want to do with those resources to try to advance the industry. And whether that's research work at Kansas State University, Pittsburgh State, and our other universities, funding programs at the national level to collaborate with other state soybean groups and the national checkoff, the United Soybean Board, individual funding efforts with other national organizations that say promote livestock and meat exports, for example, or advancements in other countries to develop new markets and new export markets in China, Egypt, Mexico, where the abundant soybeans we grow here in the heartland get sent to feed the world's population. So that structure of that checkoff is pretty unique, and it's shown to be tremendously valuable. I believe the last time the United Soybean Board did an independent study of that return on investment for farmers on the national scale, farmers are getting back about $12 worth of value for every dollar invested in their checkoff. So another unique thing about the Kansas Soybean Commission is the representation. So we have farmer directors, again, elected by their peers, set up through districts throughout the state. So every growing region has a local representation, because we know, the issues that are important to soybean farmers in Northeast Kansas may not be the same as those who are in the western counties or in Southeast Kansas, for example. So every farmer leader is represented, and all the farmers across the state are represented by those commissioners in a way that brings unique perspective to the board and brings along some unique funding opportunities. For me personally, it's very exciting to be here and to be in this new position, having spent time working with the soybean industry on the biodiesel side of things. And Kansas agriculture is near and dear to my heart. So it's really nice for me personally to be able to work with the farmer leaders here in our state and do projects and do activities and work here at the Kansas Soybean Commission that really benefits all the farmers across the state. And again, for me personally, it's a nice homecoming, and it's a perfect fit for me personally to be able to do what I'm doing here at the Soybean Commission.